Bisogna che fare l'altro.
Smart? Smart? Another letter that I write for you? Miss March?
Mrs. Clark! The budget orders on the kitchen table! Thank you, Professor. Christopher Columbus, another publisher! Another rejection.
I have no idea. I do not read your letters. But they keep arriving and they keep bringing them to you.
And I keep hoping.
Oh, we all keep hoping for your success, Miss March. The entire boarding house keeps hoping you are also on age.
My dear Miss March, I've read your story. Well, he's read it. Unfortunately, I found your tale tasteless and vulgar. Not at all suitable for my readers. My advice to you
My advice to you is to return home and have babies. This is what women are made for. Sincerely, F. Putnam.
22.
22.
22 rejections. Since I have been here in New York. And they all say the same thing. Go home, give up.
F. Putnam is an idiot. His words are stupid.
F. Putnam is one of the most important publishers in the city.
You cannot lose faith in Miss March. There will be someone who will like your story. I'm certain of it.
Professor Bayer, would you mind if I read my story to you? I would so respect your opinion.
Yes, of course.
Actually, it's one of my best. It's a mean and stormy night. The moors are bleak and bloody. Thunder claps. Lightning strikes. The fair Clarissa, her clothes in disarray, races across the wild coastal heath. Now she stops. Now she runs. Will she escape? Will she be caught? With bold determination, the villainous aristocrat, Braxton Brendergast, lurches for her. There's no escape. She's but a child, and yet she turns to fight with eyes ablaze. This noble girl meets his gaze, unafraid. She will not be defiled.
You keep away from me, French! I cannot keep away. Your beauty draws me. Your passion ignites me. I've got to have you. I defy you. I will take you. Come close. So close. So close to me. I'll have her and the mother too.
And at that moment, Rodrigo appears, and my nose is million door.
I had that woman good. Who are you? I am your destiny. Your bitterest foe. You stole what was rightly mine 10 long years ago. You left me cold, alone, and forgotten. Now I'm back to settle the score.
Miss March, tell me, what's the right here?
Blood and gut stuff. It's all the rage. The magazines that carry novels are full of it.
Violence and seduction on every page?
Read Shakespeare. Read history. Read the newspapers.
It's getting late. Perhaps it is best we push this some other time.
No. Professor Bayer, I would like to know what you think.
Blood and gut stuff? What do you think the world wants to hear? If I have noticed nothing else about you, Miss March, I even noticed you are unique. Something you should try not to forget. I think you could do better.
Better. Just who are you anyway? An aging German professor, close to 50?
I'm 34.
34? 34, really? You look a lot older.
I worry a lot.
And just what do you worry about?
Out of a conversation such as this. Now I will go to dinner. Miss March, since you have been here 6 weeks now, is it? You shut, you ran, you upset the whole order of this boarding house. I, a serene and peaceful man.
You're aloof. You're arrogant.
Arrogant? Miss March, I spoke my mind as you spoke yours. Obviously, it was not appreciated on either side.
Obviously. Our stores were a great success in Concord. Better than what? Better than this dazzling plot. Better, this story will make my king believe. Each phrase is better, better than him. Better, even my smallest whim is better. How can he miss what's so clear? How can I do better than what's already here? How can what he said to me be true? If I don't succeed, what will I do? Turn around, go back to Concord. Leave New York behind unconquered. No, how dare you make me doubt the way I feel? Doubt that each thrilling page is who I am. These words alive with passion, vivid as my attic where it all began. Joe! The girls at school were horrible to me! Joe, the things in my dress is ragged and my nose is flat!
Joe, I hate being a governess. I should be meeting eligible young men.
It's going to be a dismal Christmas! Will a father away no money for presents?
Meg, Amy, Joe has a surprise for us.
Or was I better when I was home? Listen up, everyone! I've risen an occasion this year and written us an operatic tragedy, and we're going to perform it for Christmas. No! I can't! No, my blood knows!
Joe, do you really think we should with this awful war?
And what if we let anything defeat us? Years from now, people will talk about us. One Christmas Eve, 4 penniless and ragged sisters put on an operatic tragedy for all of Concord. All Concord! Filled with blood and guts. 2 massacres, a masked ball, and several heart-wrenching scenes. Dim the lights, the crowd will hush. We'll start the culture and that will surely blush. But when Clarissa starts to plead, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams.
Joe, do I die again in this one?
Yeah. is a silly little tragedy. Well, you're tired. I know it's hard, but we will triumph on Rodrigo del Hunger. Success is guaranteed. Christmas will be thrilling. Christmas will be gory. Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. I've made an important decision today. As you all know, I've been writing stories forever, with much satisfaction. People seem to like what I write. You love it too. Absolutely! So I've decided I'm going to become a world-renowned writer. I will write great books, earn barrels of money, and give you all everything you've ever dreamed of. Oh, Joe! But we must promise to remain just as we are. Solid like a fortress. No matter what happens, we must promise that it'll always be the 4 March Sisters. Forever! Forever! And first, Mother! Oh, dear Mother! Say a Christ! No one! I got my groove on the ground. The churches play their spirit song. Yes, it's guaranteed. Christmas will be thrilling. Yes, Christmas will be sing. The rest are mine is true. I'm ready to take the Mississippi. When Grand Rodrigo spins my dearest Mama, don't call me for Christmas after all! Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. Columbus, I am bursting with energy. Someone give me a task to do. I want you to bring father home. I will write to President Lincoln tonight. Another.
I want you to get Annie Moffat to invite him to her St. Valentine's Day ball.
I'll bring her bloody little neck if she doesn't.
Another. I want you to get us his Christmas tree.
Aha! Rodrigo will chop one down immediately.
Where?
There, across the road.
But that's Mr. Lawrence's property. You'll go to prison for it.
Prison? What do I care about prisons? Joe is an incredible human being.
Look, it's Mr. Lawrence. He's standing there glaring outside the window. He looks sinister.
I think he looks sad. I would be sad living in such a house. Has anyone ever been inside? He never let any of us in.
They say he's a very bitter and angry man. Joe's gonna get us all into deathly trouble.
We'll be known as the family with the criminal sister. What criminal sister?
So, what's going on here? Joe's written us an operatic tragedy.
And then she's inviting all of Concord to come and see us perform it. And I'm the mother in it.
And I got it. But it's a beautiful dad.
And I play Clarissa, who is very sweet.
Well, it sounds wonderful. Oh, Margie, it's Joe's best.
Tell us about your day.
Well, we knitted socks and blankets for the Social Aid Society, and a letter came from Father.
A letter, Father!
Read it to us, Margie.
Where is Joe?
She's outside. Read the letter, Marmee.
We'll wait for Joe.
She may be ours.
I want to hear everything you did today.
Charlotte Bennett teased me mercilessly at school today. I was so humiliated. Rodrigo has retired.
Joe,
Marmee.
where did you get that tree?
I
Borrowed it from Mr. Lawrence. You will take it back immediately.
take it back? That's like saying you'll take back a chicken after you chopped its head off. Do let us keep it.
It's Christmas, Marmee.
No.
Destroying someone else's property?
Well, we could give it to the Hummels. They have so little.
Very well. We'll give it to the Hummels then. Now, what about Mr. Lawrence?
What about him?
Mr. Lawrence!
Yes, Mr. Lawrence. And you!
Me?
Yes, you. You chopped down my perfect Douglas fir. I should have you arrested.
I'll make it up to you, sir.
With what?
I will plant 6 more.
12
And I will chop your firewood for a few days.
weeks. And I hope such an incident never happens again. You have ruined my day.
He loves his trees. I'm Theodore Lawrence III, but everyone calls me Laurie. I've come to live here now. Well, in Concord. I play the piccolo. I can sleep standing up, and I won a medal in school for holding my breath for nearly 3 minutes before passing out. I thought that was terrifically daring of you chopping down Grandfather's tree. Well, goodbye.
Theodore Lawrence III, would you mind taking this tree to the Hummels?
Joe?
I don't mind at all.
He doesn't mind.
Just point me in the direction.
They are just a half a mile down the road. The red house with the broken shingles.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Joe, you really must think before you act on every whim.
I just wanted us to have a wonderful Christmas.
A letter's come from Father.
Christopher Columbus! Please read it, Marmee.
My dear wife, the war goes on and on. The end seems nowhere in sight. The days are difficult and long, but I am well.
He's well.
Still, it's very lonely away from my dear ones, especially lonely as Christmas is approaching. Each night, in my tent, I think of my precious girls.
He thinks of us.
Give them all my love, and give them a sweet kiss. Tell them to be good girls, faithful and hardworking, and to conquer that which is disagreeable in them. So that when I return, I'll be fonder and prouder than ever of my little women. Oh, why the glum faces? Do we have an operatic tragedy to perform or not?
We do.
Then we have work to do. We have costumes to complete. We need to find an oleo curtain for you to paint.
And will you perform something for us?
Oh, please do.
I'll write something really for you, Marty, with passion and daring.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will. We will make this the best Christmas ever. We March women are invincible. Now, let's get to work.
I'll get the paint. I'll go find you a costume.
I'll create a handbill. I still don't understand why we drink by country. My dear husband, write the me. Wish that I could bring you home. The night seems so much longer now that I am
Josephine! Josephine, is that you? Josephine!
Good morning, Aunt Bart.
Do you know the hour?
Almost 10, I believe.
Your workday begins with me at 9. You've missed reading to me, and you still haven't repaired the latch on the cellar door.
Congratulate giving you this beautiful flower.
Don't trifle with me, Josephine. You were dawdling.
I wasn't dawdling.
You
I was-
are what
I was writing a story.
you are what happens to a girl when she has no father.
I do have a father.
Never here when you need him. And now my nephew has the audacity to become an army chaplain when he can't even support his own family. Josephine, listen. You are on the verge of womanhood.
Christopher Columbus.
And you go about writing senseless stories, constantly trying to save the world, when you can't even save yourself.
I don't need saving.
There are many pitfalls a girl can fall into, Josephine, and you are heading towards all of them. I want to see you shine, even if you're not rich. You can at least marry well.
Ha! I'll never marry.
You'll marry. All girls marry.
I am not all girls.
Then there's no point in having this conversation. It's clear to me that I could never take you to Europe.
Take me to Europe?
An idle thought of mine.
Do you know how important it is for a writer to travel? It has been my dream at Bart!
We earn our dreams in this world, Josephine. It was foolish of me to think that you could ever change your ways.
I could try.
You could never bend your will. You could never follow through. You could never bite your tongue, though your tongue is split in two. If you want to believe your dreams, these are things you have to do. How could you change? You can't. Not you.
I could change if I wanted to.
Could you practice self-control? Could you possibly be shy? Could you wear a corset tight in the heat of mid-July? These are rules you must obey. Everyone which you defy. You'll never change. You won't. That's why. Yet somewhere deep in my heart I do believe you could captivate the world. If you could change, there'd be so much you could achieve. In time you would succeed and travel very far indeed. You could be a guy here, charming me, someone well mannered, a model of grace, worthy of the smiling. That would be hard. It is very hard for someone full of dreams. If you work, you'll find there's nothing you can't do.